G'day guys, welcome to weekly video number 2. I'm Mike Pence. It's a pleasure to have you here. Hopefully you tuned into our inaugural video last week. It was a bit of a longer one, so hopefully I'll keep this one a bit shorter for you. But there still is some nice messages that I want to get across. Firstly, we'll look at the results from the last week, starting with last Saturday, the 11th of December. I'll talk about also the competition that we launched last Friday and the results there. Also, I'll talk about sort of the theme of this podcast a lot will be about bonus bets, the importance of turning bonus bets over, how that impacts your profits. As well as that, also finish with a final little reminder message about the 2 weeks off that we'll be taking at the start of next year. So before I get to all that, just one little quick announcement, which is a bit of a pat on the back for us. You know, we're sort of blowing our own trumpet a little bit, but it is nice that we have officially hit 1 year as being public here at Trumpy. So we started on the 16th of the 12th, 2020, and today, the day of filming, this is the 16th of the 12th, 21. So we definitely didn't think that Trumpy, the community, would be this big after a year. So it's awesome. You know, we love it. We want to keep building. It's off the back of you guys. It's off the back of your support and trust in the system that has helped us grow and build this awesome community, which, you know, I look forward to every Saturday and Wednesday being a part of and riding home some winners with you. Anyway, really nice. 423 units is what we've got to beat next year, so I have no doubt we'll be able to get there. Anyway, moving on. So last Saturday, the 11th of the 12th, hit 17 races for 8 winners. Definitely the highlight was a 2-unit bomb and an Exo Lady at Eagle Farm race 4. That was a nice little collect.
Exo Lady, Menkstar and Penthouse, but Exo Lady struck the lead and kicked away from Menkstar. Penthouse on the outside, but it's Exo Lady again. And
we also had a 1.5 unit play on See What You Think at Flemington race 4.
Constantinople, who's going to give him a race? See What You Think just in front of Constantinople. They pair off. See What You Think narrowly from Constantinople. See What You Think has just won from Constantinople.
Both of those were around the $3 mark, so gave us quite a nice collect. In terms of the overall results of the day, it was a bit of a smaller day by our standards in terms of units outlaid as well as units profit. You know, our average on a Saturday is 5.6 units profit, and we took home 3.475 units profit. Every day is a bit up and down, but we did outlay only 31 units. Days like that are going to come around every now and again where we don't outlay as many units as we normally do. There's a number of factors for that. There's one, it sort of relies upon how the promos lay out, how many races we can cover, but mainly it comes down to the races themselves. We're not going to just tip units for the sake of tipping units. We're trying to be more selective, we're trying to be more efficient so that you guys have to do less sustainability work. If we can still achieve the same amount of profit off less amount of promotional bets, that is what we're trying to improve, and that's how we're trying to improve the system at the moment. So Saturday was a perfect example, only 31 units, still 3.5 units profit, and it could have been a lot better had we hit one of the winners towards the end where we finished on a bit of a sour note. But that's alright, that's all part of the game. In terms of bonus bets, so for those who were turning bonus bets over for 65%, obviously you would have got 3.475 units profit, which would mirror the official results. However, those who were getting 80% would have got 4.75 units profit. So that's about a 1.3 unit difference for those who were turning bonus bets over for 80% rather than 65%. So for a $50 punter, that's about $70, which is quite nice on the day, and no one's ever going to say no to $70. But in the long term, you can imagine how quickly that adds up. So moving on to yesterday, the 15th of the 12th, 7 races. It was a bit of an almost day on Wednesday. It was a little bit frustrating. The first 2 races we were nailed both on the line, a 1.5 unit play at 2.25.
Dodecanese just in front, trying to hold Hijacker. Hijacker lunges the outside. Oh, it's
And a 1 unit play at 4.40.
It's Apache Bill. Bayless riding hard. Delgado the outside, getting very close. Delgado goes to Apache Bill.
Both nailed on the line. You get either of those and we end up in the profit. A bit frustrating. That's part of the day. Move on. I guess the key takeaway for Wednesday is, you know, we went -6 units non-promo. So if you took every bet without promotional insurance, you would have gone -6 units, which is a tough day. But the beauty of that is we did have 5.5 units promo to turn over. So this really highlights the importance of turning over your bonus bets rather than gambling them. It meant that our overall day went to -1.675 units. You know, it's obviously not ideal, but it definitely softens the blow. Those bonus bets, turning them over and cashing in that easy profit or that lack of loss, if you know what I mean, it really does soften the blow on those days where it just doesn't quite go our way like it was Wednesday. But, you know, for a majority of you, you've been here for a long time, you understand the graph will just keep going up. Those little slight blips in the graph along the journey are just part of the game. So anyway, moving on to the comp results. So it was great to see so many of you enter into the comp. So we had a comp where anyone who upgraded their weekly to a monthly or their monthly to a 3 monthly would go into the draw to win a free year or a free 3-month sub, depending on what you upgraded to. So we had 27 entries, which was awesome. 8 entries into the draw to win a year sub and 19 entries in the draw to win a 3-month sub. So it was great to see the message get across to a lot of you about the importance of committing to the long term, understanding that we might not win in a week, but we definitely will win in a month. So if you want to guarantee yourself profit, signing up for a month is a great option, where we also have that full refund guarantee as well. So, your investment is safeguarded by the fact that you will only pay us if we make profit, essentially. So anyway, in terms of the winners, it was great to see. We had 2 winners, one for the year sub, one for the 3-month sub. PointsBet Operator won the year sub. Congratulations, mate. Well deserved. And your nan's, your uncle, won the 3-month sub. Great name and also well deserved. Here's a little clip of PointsBet Operator talking about his journey in the system.
Currently still at school. I've been a member of Trumpies now for 4 months. Before joining the system and Hustler, I was the type of person, I think, like most others, that, would get their phone out, watching the footy, try and put a few multis on, hoping that they would get up, and then occasionally putting a few bucks on a horse here and there to try and make a quick buck. Now that I'm a part of the system, and especially Hustler Platinum, that whole mindset has just gone out the door, simply. I don't see it as gambling anymore. It's a guaranteed way of me to make a sustainable side income every week. A typical week for me, on a Wednesday, obviously I have school, so I'm not in class just gambling the whole time. I just, pull up my phone, put Trumpies bets on, and that's how confident I trust them. I trust them enough, and I trust their system, that I don't even have to look at the race. I see the number that they tip, and I put that on. That's as simple as it gets.
Say no more. So yeah, just to finish that, PointsBet Operator has now locked himself into September 2023, which is awesome to see. We love the commitment. It puts a smile on my face. Your nan's your uncle, another great story as well. Congrats, mate. You've won the 3-month sub. Yeah, couldn't have gone to a better bloke, mate. Your nan's your uncle is a perfect story. I hope he doesn't mind me talking about it too much. This is a perfect story of someone who came in very unsure, thought it was a bit of a scam, thought we were selling the dream that wasn't actually true. But over time, firstly, he understood the importance of turning over a $50 bonus bet, but didn't understand the importance of turning over a $10 bonus bet. But once again, with our help and with our patience, he eventually came around and realized that all bonus bets are relative. It doesn't matter how much monetary value is attached to a bonus bet, turning it over and cashing it in for 65% minimum, it makes a huge difference. And after a couple of months, your nan's your uncle was sold, which was awesome. And here's a couple of quotes from him. So first, it was hard to trust to begin with due to so many scams out there, talking about other tipping services who are scams. It can be quite difficult to believe and trust and invest in what we say because of being scarred by so many other people out there and so many other fake services that don't last more than a month or two. But from there, this was the second quote of his. He said, "Now there's no looking back," which is great to hear. He's committed to a month, and now he's got a free 3-month sub on top of that. So love to hear it. Anyway, they're the results from the comp. That sort of sums up the podcast for today, or the weekly summary. Just once again, the theme of the podcast has been sort of bonus bets, the importance of turning over bonus bets and turning over bonus bets for a higher percent. So the difference, if we look back to what I was saying before, the difference on Saturday of 65% to 80% of turning a bonus bet was a difference of 1.3 units profit. The difference yesterday was -6 units if you didn't turn your bonus bets over at all, compared to -1.6 units if you turned over your bonus bets for 65%. And then finally, the importance, your nan's your uncle realised the importance of turning your bonus bets over no matter what the monetary value is, which I reckon is a very, very good point, because it is very easy to go, oh, it's a $10 bonus bet, I may as well just put it on a massive multi, it's only $10, who cares? But all of a sudden, when it's a $50 bonus bet or a $100 bonus bet, all of a sudden the mindset changes and goes, actually, I wouldn't mind just cashing in a guaranteed $40. I wouldn't mind cashing in a guaranteed $80. And that mindset, the difference in mindset from a small value to a large value, is why the bookies win, or is a reason why the bookies win. And if you can understand that every dollar is the exact same, so turning over every dollar should be a priority, is a really, really good mindset that we want to try and push. And we talk about it. I do a TikTok actually, which we'll chuck in the link, talking about a bonus bet quiz. If you want to have a look at that, it's a bit lame, but if you're interested. But we also talk about, in one of our old podcasts, podcast number 5, which we'll also link, we'll talk about what the bookies want you to do with a bonus bet and what we want you to do with a bonus bet. And you can see the difference in the long-term profits in that. So if anyone still needs any help with bonus bets, turning them over, or even increasing your bonus bet percentage, feel free to send Ivanka a message on Telegram. She'll definitely help you out and hear about your situation. As well as that, I'll also chuck some links in as well, looking at some educational videos done done by the Hustler Squad. The two-way Dutching video, really good introduction into how to turn over bonus bets. There's also some really useful calculators and tools on the Hustler Squad website that help tell you how much you need to back on each side to turn over your bonus bet for a certain percentage. As well as this is also the Hustler Squad free course, which is a great piece of material, guys, for anyone who's looking to take the next step and really improve their profits and their long-term strategy moving forward and beating the bookies. It's a really good piece of material. I heavily endorse everything there, so there's another bit of help if you're looking. So that'll sum up the weekly summary. One final thing, I guess, is just the reminder that we will be taking a 2-week break at the start of next year. If you also want to pause your sub from any time now up until that 2-week break, feel free to send us a message so that you don't have to cancel if you don't want to lose an old price, you don't want to have to stuff around with cancelling, signing back up, putting card details in, whatever. Just send us a message. We understand this time of the year is quite busy, so send us a message. We'll pause it. You won't be charged, and then you'll pick up your sub from Jan 14th next year when we start up the new year. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. I try to keep it shorter. I know I rambled on a little bit, but that's that. Let's have a big one this Saturday. Looking forward to it. Cheers, guys.